we are wasting time. That's a terrible M. Texting. We're spending so much time texting customers that we're not actually getting them in the store. It is difficult to convince someone or persuade someone to come into the store via text. The whole point of texting is to initiate a conversation. The only way to have a conversation is to get them on the phone. So if you have that in mind, I'm only texting you until I can initiate the conversation, and then I'm going to say, you know what, I have great news. Let me call you right now. Well, I prefer to text. No, let me call you right now. I just want to text. Can you just text me? No, I can't text you because there's a lot of information I have to go through that I need to get you on the phone so I can go through it real quick. Or just come in right now. Those are the options. Because if you're spending time texting, all you're going to do is keep going back and forth texting. It is very, very difficult to persuade someone to come into the store with written word on a text. So, just be aware of what your goal for the texting is, because your goal is to initiate a conversation and get them on the phone. Once you get them on the phone, what's the goal? From there, it's set the appointment. And the appointment best set is right now. Good. Can you come in right now? I've listened to a couple recordings and things like that, and that's generally not the statement we say. Look, can you come in right now? Because that's the best time. What I hear a lot of times whenever I'm listening to some of the recordings is this question. When can you come in? So tell me, when can you come in? Stop asking that. Stop asking, when can you come in? Because that's an arbitrary question that has absolutely zero action associated with it. It just leaves things out in the open and out in the air. It's like shooting a gun into the air and the bullet never coming back down. Make sense? Or taking a dart and throwing it into the air and then it's just staying there. Right? What goes up comes down. Here's what you need to do. Instead of asking when, say, okay, I have an opening today at a specific time, or I was going to say 6:45, but we don't want any of that late. 5:15 or 6:15, right? Or I have an appointment today at 3:45 or 4:15. Well, today I can't make it. Great. So tomorrow, is the morning better or afternoon better? See what I'm getting at? Give a specified response to an action. Everything has to be specific. And here's why. If it's just left out in the open and just arbitrary, there's no value in coming in. There's no real reason for them to come. Look, I'm convinced I can get you into a vehicle. When can you come in? Well, maybe next week. Okay, so what time next week? No. Exactly. Next week? No, don't next week. What about right now? Because I'm ready to get you in a vehicle. Are you ready to get one? I mean, you said you needed a vehicle. Are you actually ready to get one? Then come in right now so we can get it done. Let's go. That should be your response every time. Look, let's not waste time. Get in here now. Well, I need to know this. Well, I understand you want to know that information. But there's so much information that we have to go through and that we have to look at that I have to diagnose your situation properly so that we make the best decision with you.
So yesterday, I didn't know how to respond to him, but he's out in Norman.
Okay.
Right. He doesn't have a car, obviously. But the only way to get here was for a friend to bring him here.
Okay.
And I was like, well, okay, let's do it. And he's like, well, I just don't want to waste any time. I want to make sure, everybody's safe. And then he just never ended up even wanting to come in. How should I not convince him to come in, but what's the best way to respond when someone says they don't want to waste time?
How do you break the fear, basically?
Yeah,
How do you break
you can say well, I don't like to waste time either, but then they're like, okay.
What are they doing right now? Right? You're calling all these different places. People are trying to get you to come into their stores. Right? You've been searching for a car. How long have you been searching for a vehicle? How long have you been in the market? Well, I've been looking for a little while. Okay, so stop wasting time looking and start getting in here and just get one. You're talking about not wasting time. That's exactly what you're doing, is wasting time. That's why I'm trying to tell you, if you get in here, we can see exactly where we're at and what we need to do to get you into a vehicle. Does that help? Because that's exactly what's happening. If they're calling and say, no, I got this other dealership said the same thing, and I got this. So stop wasting time. That's why I'm so confident to tell you, I want to get you into a vehicle. I just need you here so we can look over everything, because like I said, there's a lot that we have to go through to be able to diagnose your situation. And if you say it with confidence, if you're adamant about, I'm going to do everything I can to get you into a vehicle today so that you can end wasting time. Because that's what they're doing. And that's why I get, the other day whenever I was talking with that one guy and the volume in my voice raised, it's because there is a sense of urgency whenever you increase the tone of your voice. Look, let's stop wasting time. Let's do it now. It creates that sense of urgency with it. And it's not, because it sounds like you might be getting upset. I'm not upset. I am just so focused that we have to get this done now. We got to move. Let's do it. And that actually plays into how you persuade someone, right? Because then they're like, okay, yeah. You're right, I am wasting time. Does that help? Okay. And then you had...
Yeah, I was just wondering what one of the last things you said. You said I have to diagnose the situation so we can,
make the best decision with you.
make the best decision.
Because we're not making a decision for them. They're making the decision, but we're part of that, right? Look, I'm not going to tell you what you can get or not get. I need you here, though, so that we can make the best decision with you. We can determine the entire situation and make the best decision with you on how to get into the vehicle. Because ultimately, who's in control of the buying process? Or who's in control of purchasing? The customer. They're the ones that have control of the purchase, because we can't control who buys. We can persuade them to make the decision they already want to make. And if they're contacting us, they already want to make the decision to buy a car. We just have to persuade them on why it's important for them to buy the car from us. Right? And that's why it's so important to get them on the phone. Because you can't do that through text. But we spend so much time texting back and forth, going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, that if it has gone 12 days, we're wasting time texting. Make sense? And then sometimes we can't, if we're calling, we can't get a hold of them. They don't answer. and they don't respond back, that's a whole different thing. But if you find yourself over a 3 or 4 day period of time where you're going back and forth with a customer through text, stop. Say, look, we have to stop texting. Let's get on the phone right now. And say that. Look, we're getting nowhere texting. Let's stop wasting time. And text it to them. Let's get on the phone. Get with me right now. Can I call you right now? I'm going to call you right now. See what I'm getting at? I'm calling. I'm calling right now. Right? And if you're doing that, like I said, if you're finding yourself texting over multiple days, stop it. The texting should literally be to get them on the phone so that you can tell them the importance and share with them the importance of coming into the store and why that's important. And then you can deal with, well, I don't want to waste any time. Look, yeah, that's what we're doing right now, though. Because that's exactly what's happening. So if you don't want to waste time, then get in here so we can get it done. And we can figure out exactly how to move forward in getting you into a vehicle. So, you got to get them on the phone, or get them from texting, get them on the phone. From the phone, you got to set the appointment. With that, it's about getting them in the store. We have to get them in the store because nothing happens. And how many times have you been going through this process and then all of a sudden they're like, oh yeah, I already purchased. What? I've been trying to get you to come in so you can. I already purchased. That's why I'm so adamant. We have to call, text, email. It's a constant thing. And I have the system set up to help you with that. Because they're getting emails automatically, they're getting a text automatically, right? To help you with that process. But that's why you have to get them on the phone. That's why that's so important, is to get them on the phone. So I said, don't ask when. Schedule it right now. Can you come in right now? Okay, you can't come in right now. That's fine. You're at work. I get that. What time do you get off work? I get off at 4. Great. So you can be here at 4:30? See what I'm getting at? So what would it take you, about 30 minutes to get here? 4:30 at work, right? Instead of just putting it back to them saying, oh yeah, whenever you're ready, let me know. Say this. Will 4:30 work, or is 5 going to be better? Well, 5 will probably work better. Great. I'm going to be ready for you at 5 o'clock. I'm going to text you everything you need to bring after we get off the phone. Actually, I'm going to text it right now. Send the text. Great. Did you get your text? Perfect. All you got to do is bring those things with you whenever you come in. But yeah, I'm standing out in the cold waiting on you. Whenever it's time for them to be here, if they're not here, 5 minutes afterward. Hey, are you finding us okay? Here's the address. 30 minutes after that. Look, I've been waiting on you. I've been looking for you. Where are you at? So on and so forth. You want to provide, whenever you're setting an appointment, you want to give options. This time or this time better? And if you're prepared, remember I mentioned before, proper preparation prevents piss poor performance. If you're prepared, you have some times lined up for yourself. You can look at your calendar and you can say, oh yeah, this is going to be good. I already have appointments scheduled for this time, so let me stagger it a little bit. And you can literally say, look, I have someone coming in at 3:15. So can I schedule an appointment with you for about 4:15? Think that'll work? Or you can say 3:45. By the way, if you go on the quarter hour, 15 or 45, psychologically it sticks better with customers. It sticks better in their mind. And here's why. Most places, whenever they say 5 o'clock or 5:30, it's common. It's too common. And it's so common that people think in the half hours that a lot of times it just bypasses it and they forget about it. The quarter hour, or even, you could even say, look, I need you here at 3:05. Throw off the time. Hey, will 4:27 work for you?
427.
I was gonna say there was
Throw off the time.
salesmen that I knew that would do that.
Done.
When I would schedule meetings, so when I was a youth minister and scheduled meetings, I would always schedule the meeting for a strange time like that. Meeting's going to start at 3:33. And then we'd start at 3:33. It throws off the time. People are like, wait a minute, that's weird. Why that time? Well, it's a better time. That's right. I have this appointment. They're going to be done at 3:30. I got to go to the bathroom. Give me 3 minutes. I can get back. 3:33. See? Throw off the time a little bit, and people are like, oh, okay, all right, yeah, I can make it there. That's a weird time. Look, I'm going to text you a reminder on what time our appointment is. Appointment's set for 4:17. Right? Give options whenever you're setting the appointment. Is this time going to work better for you or this time? Well, I can't make it in that day. Okay, so great. Is Monday going to work for you or is Tuesday going to work for you? Well, Monday's going to work. Okay, great. Morning or afternoon? Afternoon. Perfect. I have this time and this time available in the afternoon. Or you could even just make the suggestion. I have an appointment at 4:17 Monday afternoon. Is that going to work? Perfect. I'm going to send you a text to remind you about 4:17. That's how you set an appointment. That's it.